Mexico's societal environment makes it an attractive country for foreign investors looking to improve public image or make a positive impact on society. Mexico has made recent efforts to combat any corruption they were once known for. They have done so by joining the OECD Latin America Anti-Corruption Program. The focus of this program is to implement regular anti-corruption conventions and promote integrity in the Latin American region. Future investors can contribute to Mexico's recent anti-corruption efforts by promoting ethical business behavior. Investors looking to improve the environment can also do so in Mexico. Mexico's government has recently promoted green growth by improving eco-innovation, removing environmentally harmful subsidies, and using the taxation policy to pursue environmental objectives. The current state of Mexican society makes it a great place for businesses looking to improve their public image.
Despite the global slowdown, Mexico's economy has been expanding rapidly and formal employment has been rising, supported by strong domestic demand and exports. The weak recoveries of Mexico's key trading partners and failing external demand in late 2012 will moderate exports and investments into mid-2013. As world and in particular U.S. demand will pick up in late 2013 and into 2014, growth will gradually strengthen to around 3.5% by 2014. Mexico has experienced a stronger economic recovery than most countries, as well as strong employment growth. However, unemployment rate has not yet fallen back to its pre-crisis level. The unemployment rate was at 5.1% in the first quarter of 2012, still more than 1 percentage point higher than before the crisis. Mexico's unemployment rate is expected to remain stable over the 2012 before falling again into 2013. Mexico is not immune to corruption. The Federal Competition Commission has been investigating and processing very sensitive cases of bid rigging in pharmaceutical industries to combat such corruption. A set of reforms to centralize business entry procedures under a single ministry are being carried out and have already helped simplify new business approval, reduce the required fees, and eliminate minimum capital requirements. A 2011 Supreme Court decision limited the ability of telecom companies to ignore rulings of regulator while challenging them in court, and has given more weight to the public interest.
For those investors wondering about the culture of Mexico, there are many traditions that have been passed down for generations. They do a great job of preserving the rich cultural heritage, and they value the force and worth of its resources. Mexico has a rich historical architecture which gives touristic value to the country. Mexico is a very welcoming country to foreigners. Its citizens' cultural lifestyle is humble, traditional, and very friendly. Many, about 10 million people, speak fluent English, and it is a very common language to be taught as a second language in primary schools. The metropolitan area of Mexico City, with a population of 18.4 million people, is undergoing major changes such as moving from high population growth to demographic stability. Also, it's transitioning its manufacturing focus from a national market to one based on services competing internationally. In recent times, there is much more social and cultural development in many towns, small rural villages, and indigenous communities.
In the last few decades, Mexico has undergone a significant political and economic transformation, including a process of democratization after more than 70 years of PRI rule and the implementation of structural economic reforms. It has free trade agreements and bilateral agreements with more than 40 countries, which have broadened the country's network of trade partners and attracted new foreign investment. These agreements also serve to improve the legal framework for IP protection and can thereby spur additional innovation investments in the private sector. Mexico still has over 112 million people, making it the second largest market in the region and the largest Spanish-speaking country in the world. Like Brazil, Mexico has a sizable and growing middle class, and Mexico has a few things that Brazil doesn't, starting with much more welcoming environment for entrepreneurs. The World Bank's annual Doing Business report for 2013 shows Mexico jumping 5 places to number 48 in the world. Brazil, meanwhile, dropped 2 places to number 130, putting it just behind Bangladesh, but still ahead of Nigeria. According to the bank, it takes 9 days to start a business in Mexico, compared to 119 days in Brazil.